Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Zelkenon, bringing you another God review. In this episode, there'll be Guan. I got a majestic beard. Yes. Alright, let's go ahead and jump. That is not skills. Okay. 7 seconds in, somebody dies. 2 people died in 5 seconds, actually. Nope. 10 seconds? Whatever. So his passive for Guan Yu is called Painless. Guan Yu gains force of will as he takes damage. Each instant of damage he receives charges up his conviction ability, increasing its healing by up to 2% after 20 hits. Max heal multiplier times 2. Number of hits to full charge is 20, so he takes 20 hits, and then his little passive here, if you look at that, it'll get all red and it has a bandage across it. That means he's ready to use his one for twice the heals. This allows him to do great sustain. That's why a lot of people will use him for solo lane, which as myself, I use him for solo lane, and he just rocks. Of course, I was fighting in Kronos. Personally, I don't think Kronos is that great of a solo lane, but also he gets physical protection as well as healing with his one. He also heals his allies. Friend gods reduces all cooldowns by 2 seconds, so that's cool. 2 is Warrior's Will. It's a short little dash. He deals damage on anybody that gets hit by it. Hitting enemy gods lowers all of Guan Yu's cooldowns by 2 seconds. So this is neat. We see a trend. His one reduces his cooldowns by 2 seconds if he heals other people, and also his 2 reduces his cooldown. Because we can see right away his we can see his cooldowns right away at 42 seconds, 14 seconds, 15 seconds, and 90 seconds. Also, before we move on to his other skills, back to his 2. The damage skills is pretty high. He also applies a slow by 20% and it lasts for 2 seconds. Next is his little infamous spin to win. You can move while using this skill. He swings his, I just want to call it a spear, in rapid movement, dealing damage over time. You can see the damage per hit ticks there. He hits 0.3 seconds for every 3 seconds. Guan Yu is immune to knockback for the duration. Protection buff and debuff is applied to himself and whoever he hits. Of course, the debuff going to whoever he hits and he gets buffed himself. I'll just go ahead and read the full description. Guan Yu spins his blade in a controlled but fierce display, slicing enemies for a damage of every 0.3 seconds for 3 seconds each. Hit debuffs the enemy's protection while buffing Guan Yu at the same amount. As you see, the stack of 3 lasts for 3 seconds. Finally, Cavalry Charge is Guan Yu's 4, aka his Warhorse. Guan Yu mounts his Warhorse and charges for 40 seconds. While mounted, he can steer and click to attack and is immune to crowd control effects. Enemies hit take damage and are slowed. Each hit damage from consecutive hits against that target by 20%. Enemies hit on the dismount are stunned. Right click to dismount early. Damage scales pretty decently. So you can do your basic attacks while you are on the horse. Keep in mind that it does not automatically do it for you. Wow, there's minions that's feeling inside. But besides that, damage escalation 20% per hit. The slow is 25% plus for 2 seconds, and the stun is 1.5 seconds. If you do dismount on a lot of people, it will stun all of them, essentially. So let's go ahead Ninja and go with this. Okay. So he still died. I cannot after that. So here is the range of his heal. So you heal the allies and friendly minions. This is the short but yet wide range for his 2. Okay. Chop, chop, chop for 3. And yeah. So you can see, ow. His 3 does hit really hard early game. As long as it will get shut down early game, it will continue to hit very hard. So let's dash out of the way before we get that. He can go through mana quite a bit. So again, Guan Yu is mainly a solo lane guy. Make sure to get your mana buff all the time. Just because you have really high sustained damage and heals. And also Guan Yu has a pretty nice escape. So let's go ahead and mount on the horse. You can see the circle around us showing where all we could hit. And that's the death sequence for Guan Yu. So we see the circle around him. That's where you can swing your spear thing, your blade, and deal damage. Remember, it's only 4 seconds, so calculate that. Trying to stun somebody. The horse can get quite hard to steer. It's not too great on the sharp turns, but you're totally chasing me. Here's the range for his 3. So yeah, you can also cancel it early by right-clicking. Overall, he's a pretty simple god to play, a lot of fun. He can be quite little tanky, and yeah, deal some pretty good damage. Okay. So it may look like Guan Yu's 3 doesn't hit too much, but you gotta think of it, it's consecutive hits. So over time that does hurt. Go ahead and pick up these minions here. Chop, 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 chop. You can see this allows him for great lane clear. That's why he solo lanes. I don't know why Shang-Nga wasted her ulti, but yeah. Let's move on to skill prioritization. I like to prioritize my 3 all the way to max. Of course, ulti at all times. And then I mainly level up my 1 after my 3. And then finally 2. I use my 2 mainly just to move around. So that is a thing. So that is 3, 1, 2, and then of course ulti at all times. And just keep in mind of your passive so you know when you can get the most out of your heal when you're laning. This will allow you to be pretty much invincible. His heals are for quite a bit, to be honest. We can slow this. Yeah, we can see the slow is applied. And Shang-Nga clutch? Yeah, look at that. Maybe this hits hard for some reason in this game mode. So I believe that is it. I hope I didn't leave anything out for the basics of Guan Yu. This is not a in-depth review for Guan Yu. This is more for the newer people to Smite and to Guan Yu, just to show off the basics and give a few tips about Guan Yu and the other gods I do the series on. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.